Huge Star Wars news as a Disney insider claims that Disney is developing multiple Darth Bane projects. Holy mother of moly, we've got to break this down. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button, and we are going to get into this report. I am pretty damn excited to be talking to you guys about this, but as always, I'm going to save speculation for the end of the video. So let's just go over the official report here. Then we'll talk a little bit about other reports that have come out kind of corroborating this, and then I'm going to get into that sweet, sweet speculation. Oh, and real quick, before we go any further in this video, I would like to tease out that tomorrow on the live streaming channel, I'm going to be sitting down with one of the best YouTubers I know when it comes to Legends lore, and that would be Lord Callus. And Lord Callus and myself are going to dig into what Disney could do with a Darth Bane project, so make sure you go over and subscribe to the live streaming channel so that you don't miss that. Okay, so here we go. Guys, I am reading from an article on thedirect.com, and this comes from Daniel Rickman. Now, you will often hear me bring up Daniel Rickman's name. It is because he is a very reliable insider. Okay, it says here, news. According to insider Daniel Rickman's Patreon, Disney has plans for multiple projects involving Darth Bane, potentially including a solo project. It's unknown if these projects would be theatrical released movies or Disney Plus series. Okay, so let's pause for a second there. Developing multiple Darth Bane projects. Now, developing is an interesting word that can mean all sorts of different things. Multiple projects, that can mean all sorts of different things as well, right? But more or less, what this indicates is that Disney is taking very seriously the idea of making a Darth Bane project, or maybe they're even far down that rabbit hole or that thought process, and they're actually already in pre-production on a Darth Bane series and or movie. Now, there's a couple of Star Wars bits of news that have come out over the last 6 months that I want to now bring up that I think track along with Disney's plan in this report of Darth Bane, you know, having some kind of priority. Number one, doesn't this kind of make Kathy's statements from a couple of weeks ago make a little bit more sense? As she was talking about absorbing George Lucas Star Wars, she was talking about realizing now that there's 25,000 years of lore and expanding and you know, those kind of things. And even though I really do believe that she stuck her foot in her mouth in that interview, perhaps one of the things she was trying to convey was sort of setting the fans up for the possibility of stuff going on way, way before in the timeline. And if you roll back to way earlier this year, and I know it feels like a decade, folks, but try to think back to January and February time as we were just getting over the rise of Skywalker. You know, everybody was, you know, trying to make sense of how they felt about that. There were a lot of reports and rumors talking about High Republic or Old Republic being where Disney wanted to take a lot of their content as we moved forward. And in fact, there was this video we did way earlier in the year where we were breaking down some of the things that the story group people from Lucasfilm were saying with regards to the High Republic and the Old Republic. There's even some mention of the fact that the High Republic is technically the Old Republic, and that whole era that you would call the High Republic is actually a pretty expansive time period of perhaps even 1,000 years. And if you just look at some of the things Lucasfilm has been doing, I don't think it's any secret that going back into the past, not just for the High Republic, which is well established, but also further back to the Old Republic. I mean, think about it. We're getting more Revan merchandise. We're getting a Revan FX lightsaber. Revan was canonized in a visual dictionary for Star Wars Episode 9. And so a lot of people thought, because of all these reasons, hey, maybe they are interested in doing some Old Republic stuff. All right, Star Wars fans, it's time. Take my hand. Let's go to Speculation Town. I think this is amazing. I think this is perfect. Again, I'm really excited to talk to Lord Callus about this. I'm going to talk to all the Star Wars fans that I know about this kind of thing. But here's the deal. When it comes to the Old Republic, everybody always says Revan, Revan, Revan. Everybody always talks about getting that story retold. And I have often said, I don't think they should do that. I don't think they should go back and tell the story of Revan. I think they should have Revan in whatever Old Republic story they want to tell. But I think they should choose a different era because Revan is such a beloved character. And, you know, through the game and the different novels, people just have this established relationship with whatever version of Revan they fell in love with. And I think, you know, it's going to run into that same old problem that Disney always runs into, where they're going to do their version of something and it's just not going to hold the same oomph that the Legends or Expanded Universe version did. However, focusing on the character of Bane is such an interesting option because Bane receives a holocron holocron from Revan. A lot of what Bane learns and uses to establish the rule of two actually does come from Revan, but from a holocron, okay? So you could have your cake and eat it too if you were Lucasfilm. You could do a Darth Bane movie or show, and you could still have Revan be in that series and give fans just a little taste while, you know, kind of playing back, holding back, and not doing that whole Revan story over again. And also, Bane is not only canon, but he was explored in the Clone Wars. There's the end of season 6, which we thought was going to be the end of Clone Wars in general, and there's a really cool episode with Yoda, and it seemingly has the Wills involved, and then there is Darth Bane, who, by the way, was voiced by Mark Hamill. So Mark Hamill has voiced played both Luke Skywalker and Darth Bane in canon. Pretty crazy stuff. And beyond Darth Bane just being so awesome and establishing the rule of two and creating that line from himself all the way to Palpatine, he also had an amazing apprentice in Xana. And Darth Xana is a female Sith who is a total badass. She at one point actually helps to save Bane and then eventually overthrows him to become the Sithari, or to become the ruler of the Sith. Sorry, I guess spoilers, but I mean, it's Legends. They might change that either way. And so I'm just frankly excited. I think this would be a great option. And again, I want to talk about it, and perhaps we'll do more videos on this, but the whole concept of going back and doing the Old Republic is something that I think Star Wars fans really do want. And there were a lot of reports that this was what was going to happen. In fact, the Dan and Dave films, right? Let's just briefly talk about these, right? These movies were either going to be High Republic or Old Republic. They were going to be set in that era. And some of the thought process there was, hey, these guys did Game of Thrones. You know, High Republic and Old Republic Star Wars is kind of like Game of Thrones as far as aesthetically. It's more like, you know, knights and Middle Ages kind of stuff. And so they were brought on specifically for that, okay? And so it is possible that this Darth Bane project could end up being the 2023 movie and set up this series of movies that we think we're going to get from Disney moving forward with Star Wars. And honestly, man, I think they should do Old Republic. I get them maybe wanting to do High Republic, but honestly, go right for Bane. If Rickman is saying multiple projects, maybe the Darth Bane trilogy or series of films is the future for Star Wars movies. And frankly, that would get a lot of fans really excited. So I'm hoping that's what it is. But anyways, guys, that's the official report and my speculation on what all of this means. I, of course, want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for the possibility of Darth Bane projects coming out in live action from Disney? Do you want the future movies to be about Darth Bane, or would you prefer a Disney Plus show? Whatever you're thinking about this, let me know in the comment section below. And now let's shout out James Walker. Yes, indeed, the puppet ruler Darth Maul used on Mandalore was named Minister Almec. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know, in Legends, what Sith Order first discovered Darth Bane's Force sensitivity? If you like this video, make sure you drop a like on it. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you are definitely going to want to change that. If you're enjoying the content over here, then you will absolutely love the live streams we do straight from Nerdventures Tower, Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.